is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
We are back with another episode of Hallmark Headlines, which thank you so much to every single listener who let us know how much you loved the first iteration of this new series here on Girls Gone Hallmark. And boy, do we have some things to talk about. We have casting announcements, casting changes, awards galore. Let's get into it. But first, a quick reminder that before we talk all Hallmark headlines, you can follow us on Instagram, where you might get some more real-time Hallmark headline announcements. We are Girls Gone Hallmark.
Hey, jump into our Facebook group, Girls Gone Hallmark, in Facebook groups.
And you're going to notice a very special feature in today's episode. And if you would like to be part of other future episodes of Girls Gone Hallmark, drop us your emails. We are girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com, or send us a voice memo to our Girls Gone Hallmark voicemail. Our phone number is 949-329-8090. We're going to hop right in with our first headline. Finding Mr. Christmas Season 1 was nominated for not one, not two, but 3 Critics' Choice Awards in the following categories. Best Show Host, Jonathan Bennett. Best Competition Series.
Ooh.
And Male Star of the Year.
For Jonathan Bennett? Okay.
Yes. Now, can I tell you a couple of the other nominees just to put this into perspective?
Yeah.
So for Best Show Host, the other nominees are Terry Crews from America's Got Talent, Alan Cumming, The Traitors, Colin Jost, Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Oh, wow.
Kristen Kish, Top Chef, and Jeff Probst, Survivor.
Wow.
Big league. Big league.
Yeah.
Best Competition Series nominees are Finding Mr. Christmas, RuPaul's Drag Race, The Summit. I don't know what that is.
The look Megan just gave me was like, do you know what that is? Nope, no idea.
Survivor, Top Chef, and The Traitors.
Okay.
And Male Star of the Year. Now, this one, I think this is going to be the hardest one for me. Listen to these nominees.
Okay.
Jonathan Bennett, Alan Cumming, Dylan Efron, Steven Nedorosik from Dancing with the Stars, Anthony Porofsky from Queer Eye.
Oh, wow.
And Stanley Tucci from Tucci in Italy.
Well, yeah, that's difficult. Dylan Efron kind of made a big splash this year.
Stole the show for you, right? And fun crossover. What was your suggestion about Dylan Efron?
He should be on Finding Mr. Christmas.
Yeah.
However, our contact friend over there who works in production, she was like, nope, he's too big of a name.
Yeah.
Dylan Efron. Wow. Well, I'm so excited because if you guys did not watch Finding Mr. Christmas, you should. It is worth the $10, $12 for Hallmark Plus for 1 month to go watch
$7.99.
Whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Who knows if it's going to hit linear at some point? Fingers crossed.
It is. It's been announced that they're going to drop that on linear.
Season 1?
Yeah. Season 1 of that and Mistletoe Murders is coming to linear. They just haven't announced when. We've tried to get that information out. Obviously, they have not given it to us. I have some more thoughts on that a little later in this episode.
Okay. Well, my whole point is if you didn't watch it, you should. And I know there are so many regular Hallmark viewers who are like, reality TV is not for me. I hear you.
Yeah.
As someone who loves reality TV, and Hallmark's not necessarily for her, this was such a nice marriage between the two.
So fun.
It's very heartwarming and fun and funny, and you'll love it.
If I may say, I found our recap episodes to be some of the most fun episodes we've ever produced. I loved making them. I loved editing them. Wendy's write-up after every episode was so fun to read. So if I may toot our own horn, I do think that was a nice companion suite of coverage there. So give that all a look and a listen.
The Way Home is making a push for Emmy consideration.
Yeah.
So apparently they did a screening. They had like an event, like Hallmark Channel had an event. Like a for your consideration. And basically what that means is like they want their show to be presented to the Emmy nominating committee. Please consider our show for an Emmy nomination. Yeah. So they had this event on Tuesday, April 22nd in Los Angeles. Stars included Kyler Lee, Andie MacDowell, Sadie LaFlame Snow, and Evan Williams. They all gathered for a panel and a party trying to get some buzz on their show. Now, question for you. Do you think that show deserves an Emmy nomination?
Consideration for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think the landscape is so hard with streaming right now. There's just such a glut of content. I don't know how you narrow it down. I don't even know what, like where that would fall, like the nomination. You know, it's a cable television drama. So like, what's it up against? Is it up against everything streaming?
Maybe. Handmaid's Tale, all that kind of stuff. The Pit.
Paradise.
Yeah.
You know, the competition is stiff, but I do think it, you know, when I look at the shows that I've watched in the last year, it's definitely among my favorites. And that's not just as a Hallmark reviewer. I think it's a great, well-done show. So yeah, I think it deserves consideration. I think it should be in the mix of everything Hallmark's done. I absolutely think it's, if you had to pick one thing, one scripted thing, I would pick that.
Yeah, agree. Absolutely.
Next up, we do have the news that Hallmark has ended their partnership with the Peacock streaming network.
I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about why they left. And then I'm going to tell you why I'm not happy about it.
Sure. Well, obviously Hallmark did not officially state a reason why they had ended their partnership, but it is obviously because they want to drive people to their own streamer, particularly given that at the beginning of this year, 2025, they made the decision to start doing next day airing of all of their programming. That wasn't the original intention behind Hallmark Plus. They wanted Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Plus to exist independently of each other. Some crossover, but they wanted two separate properties. So you could have a reason to have both. That didn't pan out for them. So now I actually prefer the direction they're going. I like the idea of next day streaming. I think it streamlines the process of Hallmark viewing. I think it was very confusing for the average Hallmark viewer to figure out where things are airing and how to watch them. I like the direction Hallmark Plus has gone. But now they have to incentivize people to become subscribers of that channel.
That's a tough road to hoe, I think.
Yeah, I think we're all living in a world of death by 1,000 streamers.
For sure. Now, here's why I'm not happy with the end of this partnership. One, I love Peacock. It's so easy to use. The interface is easy. It works. It doesn't get clunky like Hallmark Plus does. You've heard me bitch about it for a whole year now.
However, I do find I like the Peacock interface better. I think the
picture quality,
thank you, is better. I think it's on Peacock.
Oh, yeah.
Their homepage, not always ideal. Like it, for whatever reason, and maybe it's me, like does not show continue watching of shows that I am actively watching. Like I have to search
Summer
for them.
House.
Yeah, it's not there.
My husband watches for it every single time. Yeah.
My husband watches Days of Our Lives every single freaking day. It's not in our continue watching. Why? But that's neither here nor there.
So long, Peacock.
So long, Peacock. Hopefully it works out for them.
I'm sure it will.
Especially during the holiday season, but we shall see.
I'd rather them do this now than November.
Yeah, people need to get used to it.
Totally.
Totally. Doing it now I think is smart in advance of Christmas in July, which we will be discussing shortly.
Hey, Christmas Con round 1 stars announced. Christmas Con is planned to take place November 12th through 14th, 2025 in New Jersey. Some of the names who will be in attendance are Brennan Elliott, Brendan Penny, Brandon Routh, Kimberly Sested, Andrew Walker, Paul Campbell, Tyler Hines, Rachel Lee Cook, Heather Himmons, Will Kemp, and Wes Brown. This is only the first wave of announcements. More to be announced soon.
And this is where I would like to introduce our new segment where we have feedback from a Girls Gone Hallmark special correspondent. This week's special correspondent is Wayne, who has some hot takes on some of our news stories.
The first round of Christmas Con stars has been announced, and holy smokes, we're pulling out the heavy hitters right off the bat. You know, we've got so many of the big time stars. We've got, Brendan Elliott, Brendan Penny, who I just got through my Chesapeake Shores binge, and I'm a fan now, an even bigger fan. Brandon Routh, I love seeing him in Hallmark movies, especially as a geek at heart. He is one of the Supermans that I really enjoyed. He also had a lot of stuff going on in those DC TV shows, but seeing him in Hallmark films is great, and having him come out for Christmas Con is going to be awesome. Kimberly Sustad, Andrew Walker, Paul Campbell, Tyler Hines. I mean, you literally have the three wiser men's all together. So that's going to be, if that's not a photo op, it better be. Three wiser men photo op. Rachel Lee Cook, Heather Hemmons, and Will Kemp and Wes Brown. You could stop right there, but they're not going to. That's the cool thing. It's just the first wave of announcements. I got to be honest, I wish I could go. You've got something for everybody in this lineup. I went to 90s Con a couple of years ago in Tampa, Florida, and I was begging for them to come back. They went to the East Coast of Florida last time, but if they ever brought Christmas Con to my neck of the woods, I would be there, and they should. We should just do Christmas Con. Come to Florida. Who wouldn't want to go to Florida in December?
Wendy's raising her hand as someone who doesn't want to go to Florida in December. Actually, it's the best time to go there.
My experience last year was not great, guys. Sorry.
That's right. We were in Florida last year.
In November. Yeah. Thank you, Wayne. Here's what's so interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
The guy from The 9 Lives of Kittens, he's been in like maybe only 2 movies on Hallmark.
It's either The 9 Lives of Christmas or The 9 Kittens of Christmas.
One of the, you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, he's real nice to look at. It's kind of random. It's random. I kind of feel bad for everybody who is not Andrew Walker, Paul Campbell, and Tyler Hines, because considering our experience on last year's Hallmark Christmas cruise, the people are just, they want to see Tyler.
They're rabid.
Yeah. So
yeah, here's my pitch. If you're going to one of these events, look, Tyler's great. Tyler is lovely to his fans. No shade to Tyler at all.
None.
He was a calm, cool, collected cucumber when people were literally throwing their bodies at him and each other. However, every single one of these people is like so worthy of your attention.
For sure.
And when we went to the Kansas City experience last year, we didn't have a Tyler, we didn't have an Andrew, we didn't have a Paul, but we did have a Chris Palaha, we did have a Marcus Rossner, we did have Brennan Elliott. I'm talking dudes simply because I think the ladies go a little crazy for the dudes.
Yeah.
We also had Ashley Williams and Rachel Boston and Barbara Niven. All of these people were so lovely, and getting to see them in person for me just kind of deepened my enjoyment of them on screen.
Oh, for real. Yeah.
Seeing who they are as people. Like, there was something about Marcus Rossner that I just found so relatable is the wrong word, but I was like, oh, I kind of get who you are now.
I remember him sharing a story about a Christmas as a child, and it like humanized him.
Yes, that's the word. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's worth your time to spend some time trying to get to know everybody there. But I think we're going to see quite a few more announcements coming out of the That's For Entertainment group for Christmas Con. Do you wish we were going?
No. Here is why.
Just because it's in December?
It's way too close to Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's really far away from us.
Yeah.
Last year we traveled a lot, and we traveled a lot during the holiday season, and it practically broke me.
But it was so fun.
It was, but I was a shell of a human. I am curious to see how this is clear competition into the Kansas City experience that Hallmark
for that weekend,
is
for sure.
running. So I'm curious to see how the appearances filter out.
Yeah, because who's ever at Kansas City obviously cannot be at Christmas Con that weekend. So That's a big challenge for both groups.
Yeah.
And I think, that leaves the first weekend or the first 2 weekends of Kansas City open for all of these stars. I mean, a lot of these are first weekend stars. Let's be serious. Mm-hmm. If Tyler Hines was at 2 weekends of Kansas City last year. Talk about a shell of a human. He got to Christmas Con with no voice after doing 2 cruises and 2 Kansas Cities and Christmas Con and the Juggernaut press tour for the Chiefs movie.
Well, I imagine it's going to be the same thing this year. I imagine most of these people are going to be on the cruise. There is only 1 cruise this year.
Which helps.
But they're going to jump right back. It's going to be promotion city hamster wheel for 2 months for them.
This is my plea for doing some of these, move the cruise to the summer.
Please, I'm begging.
Or move Christmas Con to the summer.
Yeah.
You would still get people to come.
You would probably get more people to come.
I mean, and give these stars a freaking break. My
real.
gosh, it's hard. We have some Hallmark adjacent news, and that is that Kimberly Williams Paisley is in line to star in the new spinoff 911 Nashville. Obviously, there is 911. Mm-hmm. Then there was 911 Lone Star, which ran for 4 seasons and has ended its run.
Oh, look at you with the info.
Yes, and 911 Nashville is the new spinoff, according to Deadline.com. Other stars attached are Leanne Rimes, Chris O'Donnell, which wasn't he in another cop show?
With LL Cool J. I can't remember the name of the show though. It was something LA. They were based in LA.
NCIS Los Angeles. Nicely done.
Okay.
Wendy.
And that ran for a bunch of seasons too. Chris O'Donnell, didn't he play Robin in a Batman and Robin movie?
Deep cut. Mm-hmm. Also, Jessica Capshaw from Grey's Anatomy is also on the cast.
That's a pretty great cast.
I know. Makes me want to watch.
No, this show's not for you.
And it's too stressful. I know. This is the wildest and craziest 911 calls you could possibly conjure. Y'all know I get all my television on TikTok. I've seen some terrifying clips of this show.
Yes. I quit the original 911 after 2 seasons because I was like, I can't.
Too stressful? High stress all the time?
Stressful for me. Cannot.
Peter Krause is on the original.
Yes, I love him.
This will air on ABC on Thursdays in the fall.
Good for Kimberly Williams Paisley.
She's back, y'all.
She had a little bit of a health scare, so I'm very happy for her. Mm-hmm. Up next is maybe the biggest news to drop out of Hallmark this last week. The cast of the forthcoming A Bill's love story, Hallmark Touchdown, whatever it's called. Holiday Touchdown, A Bill's love story,
yes,
has been announced. Per Sleepy Kitty Paw, filming on the 2025 tentpole Holiday Touchdown, A Bill's love story began this week with film crews and Bill's players spotted at the Oishi Children's Hospital. Okay, let's pause right there.
Yes.
Let's talk about the actors attached to this project.
Yes.
First up, Holland Roden.
I adore her.
Love her. Okay, I'm going to be real honest here. The casting is a bit of a head scratcher for me.
Interesting.
Holland Roden, I find so freaking adorable. I find her on par with Hunter King in terms of casting.
Yeah, and they're real similar to me.
They kind of have a similar look. Uh-huh. Yes. But do I think Holland Roden is a big enough name for this movie? I don't know.
Well, here's what I find surprising. No shade to Matthew Daddario. People seem very excited. Now, I have not seen the other things he has been in.
I don't even know who this person is.
He's in Shadowhunters.
Nope.
He was also in that series Why Women Kill. It had Jennifer Goodwin in it.
I vaguely remember.
But people know him from Shadowhunters. I have never seen him. I don't know who he is as an actor. People seem very excited. I'm with you. I'm surprised we did not cast one of the big names.
It's a head scratcher. I was anticipating Andrew Walker.
Me too.
Somebody, no shade, Matthew, but somebody of that Hallmark caliber who is going to bring the viewers and who are going to hype the viewers up just like Tyler Hines did.
Yeah.
It's a little weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised. I'm still not interested in watching this movie.
Interesting. Do you know what the movie's about?
Nope.
Okay, well, an Entertainment Weekly article says, and I quote, "This installment follows pediatric Dr. Morgan Quinn, played by Holland Roden, and Buffalo Bills VP of Stadium Development Gabe DeLuca, longtime friends who both hail from tight-knit Buffalo families." That are Buffalo Bills fans, obviously. We are getting some more casting news.
Go ahead.
So it was originally announced that Tony Danza would be part of the cast.
Which kind of excited about.
Same.
Love me some Who's the Boss.
Same. I actually told my husband, I was like, let's, everyone knows my husband watches old shows. I'm like, let's fire up some Who's the Boss.
Yeah.
But that announcement did not last long because it was just announced that Joey Pantoliano, also known as Joey Pants, is taking his place.
I wonder what happened.
Well, it said scheduling conflicts, but that was real quick. Like the announcement came out on Monday and now we're 3 days later and we already have a replacement. I must have just been waiting in the wings. Joey Pants will play Morgan's Uncle Tommy. And his storyline is he's the recipient of a sizable annual gift from an anonymous donor, but can't discern the identity of his benefactor, quote from entertainmentweekly.com. We also have Steve Sharippa, who Joey Pantoliano was in The Sopranos with. And we have the new casting announcement of Patty Murin also joining the cast.
Love Patty Murin.
Yeah.
Love her. Here is some other fun news. As a side, Sean McDermott, Dion Dawkins, Damar Hamlin, among others, these people are from the Bills organization will be in this movie as well.
And cast.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm really excited about Damar Hamlin. Really, really excited for him. This is interesting. So, as you know, Destin Reichert is directing this movie. Great director. The script is from Vanessa Morano and Danielle Morrow. Now, do you know the name Vanessa Morano?
Now, I do because you told me. I wonder if I would have gotten there immediately on my own. I would have eventually gotten there as soon as I saw her face.
Well, I'm telling you, fans of Gilmore Girls are going to riot in the streets of Kansas City because Vanessa Morano is one April Nardini from Gilmore Girls who fans did not like.
No, I don't dislike Vanessa Morano. It's not that I didn't like April Nardini. It's that I hated the way they handled that storyline.
100%.
You know how people say, like, if you had to give a PowerPoint presentation right now, what could you speak for 30 minutes on? And it would absolutely be how they fully blew it on the Luke has a surprise daughter storyline.
Right. Agree.
However, very curious to see her writing chops. Who's the other writer?
Her name is Danielle Morrow.
Is she also a former child star?
Maybe. She's an actress known for iCarly, Sam and Cat, and Heroes. So yes,
That is funny. Wow. Okay. We have some additional feedback from correspondent Wayne on this breaking casting news. Wayne had initially sent his feedback on the Tony Danza of it all, but sent an emergency edit this morning.
Listen, there is nothing that makes me happier than seeing Tony Danza on the list of this cast. We need this. We need to do this every year. Every single year with whatever sports and football love story is happening. We need this. We had Ed Begley Jr. last year, and that was incredible. And now we got Tony Danza. Tony Danza, can you believe this? What we need to do is for the next several years is we need to replace the actor with another classic 80s actor. We need Bronson Pinchot. We need Balky from Perfect Strangers showing up in the next movie. We need John Larroquette from Night Court doing this. We need Corbin Burnson from L.A. Law and Psych. We need Alf. We need Alf in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Okay, maybe not, but Tony Danza? Ayo. Oi. It can't get any better. Hold on a second. I just got this in right now. It turns out that Tony Danza has a last-minute scheduling conflict and is not going to be in a Bills love story. Instead, we're getting Joe Pantoliano from not just Sopranos fame, but I'm talking Joey Pants from the Goonies coming in and taking over for this role. And my friends, this still applies. We're still getting an awesome 80s actor to come in and be a part of the Bills love story. So I stand by it. I am with it. We still need this. We still need this trend of a 80s legend coming in and participating in these movies. Danza's out, Pants is in, and I don't know about you, I'm still excited. In fact, I'm probably more excited about this. More to come.
I like the idea that we're beefing up these casts with all of these like well-known outside of the Hallmark universe actors. I think it speaks to what we think Hallmark is trying to do in like drawing in all of bringing in the people from all of the places.
The haters, the Hallmark haters.
The Wendy. Let's take a quick break and we're going to come back with more Hallmark headlines. Well, I kind of just want to say this one and move on.
Okay.
All charges have been dropped against Eric Mabius. It remains to be seen what Hallmark will do with that news.
It's a wait and see.
What's really interesting is in the wake of that news, Hallmark did finally add a movie poster to its website about Signed, Sealed, Delivered to the Moon and Back.
That is some shady business.
Is that related?
Perhaps.
So that's all. We have some odd news, in my opinion, and that is there is a Hallmark crossover situation. First we had the NFL, now we have the MLB. On July 1st, we have a collaboration between Hallmark Channel and the Boston Red Sox. Christmas in July to launch their annual Christmas in July celebration on the channel. So they're going to have like a photo op, a Winter Wonderland photo op.
Like at the stadium?
With one of your favorite Hallmark stars.
Oh, interesting.
A Hallmark star will be throwing the first pitch and singing the national anthem. Guesses on who that might be?
Jonathan Bennett.
Oh, yes?
Jonathan Bennett should be singing the national anthem and throwing out the ball.
Can Jonathan Bennett sing?
He was in Spam a lot.
Oh, you're right. We also have Gina Claire Mason.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
But yes, I love the Jonathan Bennett.
Did they announce who it is?
They have not.
Oh, here's what's funny. When I heard about this, like, Red Sox activation, I assumed that there was going to be a movie associated with this.
Yeah.
And that's why I was in our Facebook group saying, like, I don't want a Hallmark baseball movie.
Yes, I know.
Why didn't anybody clear this up for me?
They just let you run.
They did just let me just beef out about it.
I don't think anybody wants to be in there actuallying you.
I mean, there's plenty of people in there who's going to be actually me.
And I'm one of them is sitting across from you.
Maybe.
I thought I had just missed an announcement that there was a movie related.
I thought there was a movie related. And I was like, I don't want to do this, guys. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I do think it's the bizarre pairing.
Well, it's the only sport that's playing in July.
I get it. You hold it right there. The WNBA is playing in July.
I'm sorry, I didn't know the WNBA schedule. There will be VIP packages available, which include a holiday-themed Red Sox and Hallmark Channel hat and festive replica jersey.
I don't want any of this business.
I got some thoughts, but first let's hear from correspondent Wayne.
The Boston Red Sox, Christmas in July. Okay, this is pretty awesome in one way. It's just nice to know that Hallmark was listening to my suggestions for other sports movies. It's smart for doing baseball for Christmas in July, especially with the timing. Okay, so it's great to be able to do that in July. However, I'm not so sure about choosing the Red Sox. I'm a lifelong Yankees fan myself, but that's not my Boston bias coming into play. I'm just thinking maybe some other team that hasn't been as disliked could have been picked. You know, the Boston Red Sox are kind of polarizing in a lot of cases. I'm not saying it should have been the Yankees. I'm saying maybe a nicer Hallmark-worthy team like the Tampa Bay Rays, the Chicago Cubs, the Minnesota Twins, or even the Colorado Rockies, since they are the worst right now. A lot of different options there, but take what you can get. I'm really happy. We're getting the baseball. Maybe next they'll choose my other holiday option, which is curling for Christmas. I think a curling movie would be fantastic, but Thanks for listening to Wayne's Gone, Megan and Wendy, or as you probably call it, just some hot takes going on with some Hallmark news. Thank you so much again for having me on. You all are fantastic.
First of all, thank you to Wayne for all of your feedback this episode. Here's what I think's happening. I think Christmas in July has the potential to be big in some ways for Hallmark. We got a lot of shows they got to get out there. As we've seen, Hallmark has re-aired the Danube series. They've re-aired the
Jane Mysteries.
The Chicken Sisters.
Yeah.
We got a lot of shows they got to get out. They are putting out a second season of Finding Mr. Christmas. They are putting out a second season of Mistletoe Murders. Both of those they have said will air on linear. They got to get those out in advance. My guess is, well, my suggestion is that July's the time to do it.
I mean, aren't they filming those series right now?
Yeah, but put out season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
get season
for
1
sure.
out there. My guess is, usually we get a couple, 1 or 2 new Christmas movies in Christmas in July. I think we're not getting that. I think we're going to get Finding Mr. Christmas. I think we might get Mistletoe Murders. I think we might get Holidays. Why not drop it? And I also think we might get the Cherry Lane Hallmark Plus exclusives. They've got so much content to play with that, based on their plan of re-airing all of their Hallmark Plus original content, I think we're going to see a re-air extravaganza on Hallmark Linear.
In July.
I think so.
I mean, yay for me.
A month of encore presentations from Megan and Wendy. Go listen to Last to the Party if you want new content.
That is hilarious. We got an email from listener John regarding, I know this is not mailbag, but this is headline news.
Yeah, I felt like it belonged here.
For sure. This is regarding Hallmark Plus content, which Hallmark Plus has recently added 3 new British mystery series to their lineup. They dropped all of the episodes: Shakespeare and Hathaway, Rosemary and Thyme, Private Eyes with one Jason Priestley, which I considered starting last night, which when I had 800 other things to watch, I just love me some Jason Priestley. John asked, hey, these movies just show up unannounced and I only find out by the online sleuthing. Do we understand their motivations/reasons for this? John, devoted fan from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
John, I emailed John back and let him know, we did break this news on Girls Gone Hallmark. Wendy wrote a post about it. There are other series, The Coroner and the Moonstone, additional British series that are streaming. They did make an announcement. They just kind of dropped it. These Private Eyes was added after the fact and is not British.
It's Canadian.
Correct. So we have Shakespeare and Hathaway, Rosemary and Thyme, The Coroner, and the Moonstone are our British mysteries. And then the Private Eyes mysteries was also added. What are your thoughts on them adding these non-Hallmark properties to the streamer?
I kind of love it.
Yeah.
It's similar to like the Spencer sisters that they added, which was a huge fan favorite. I like that there are series available over there that are not available on Hallmark Channel. I like it.
Yeah, and they're beefing up the streamer.
Yeah, I think they need to make it as appealing as possible to people.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I do think they should be running some sort of promos on Hallmark Channel for it.
Interesting. They do seem to be kind of like front and center when you open up the app. They're
For sure.
definitely promoting them when you open the app. I think they're trying to get these low cost to acquire series. British mysteries don't stream in it, like unless you have BritBox, which is another separate subscription. So giving people a place where like, well, I like Hallmark, and maybe the Hallmark viewer is also the person who likes a cozy British mystery. So let's give it to them.
Yeah, no, I'm into it. I just wish I had the time to watch all of these.
Agree. And I think if you dig in, if you go to the series tab on the Hallmark Plus, you'll see that these are not the first series they've acquired. If you're listening to our First Impression series, you'll also know they acquired the series Carter, which we did a First Impression, Sue Thomas FBI, another Canadian series. There are some additional acquisitions on the streamer. So I'm curious to see what else we get from them, what else they acquire.
I wish we would get an email from them saying, hey, will you promote these shows on your podcast?
Cha-ching, cha-ching. All right, we are going to wrap this episode up with some quick news bites. Hall at the Holly 3 has officially been greenlit per Wes Brown.
We knew it was coming.
We knew. We saw it in production notes. We knew it was coming.
Months ago.
October. Nobody confirmed it, but we got it. The cast of Holiday Touchdown won a Gracie Award for the Best Ensemble Cast. Benjamin Ayers is recording a Christmas movie, Touched by a Christmas Angel, with Megan Ori.
Oh, interesting. I saw their separate Instagrams, but I didn't realize it was a movie that they are in together.
I should note that it is a Hallmark enthusiast on Instagram who suspects that it is Touched by a Christmas Angel. That has not been confirmed, but they are definitely on set. Benjamin Ayers is Instagramming, as is Megan Ori. Mm-hmm. And finally, summer movie news. Andrew Walker and Rachel Boston, new Girls Gone Hallmark favorite, are working on a movie together called Birding with Benefits, directed by Michael Robinson.
Did you just say, I just went, birding with benefits?
Did you get Friends with Benefits vibes?
I mean, with benefits suggests something.
I know.
I love this pairing. I hope it's a little bit of a douchey Andrew Walker, and I love Rachel Boston. So
yeah, because are they both too wholesome together?
Maybe.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited about this pairing. And there was some talk in our Facebook group, if you didn't see it, one of the members had to ask, like, hey, from what season are your favorite movies, right? And I was like, yo, summer and fall, 8 last year for me. So I'm 17 years old, apparently.
I asked my daughter last night why she was crashing out, and she just like froze.
She's like, stop it.
Like
right
her and
now.
like she needed to like reboot. She goes, "What did you just say?" And I said, "Slang is not reserved for the youth."
It is not. So if you don't know what I mean that those movies were really good last year.
Uh-huh.
They had great summer content last year, and I loved the surprise kind of Halloween element movies that they had last year.
Hey, thank you for listening to this episode of Hallmark Headlines. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. What's my goal, Wendy?
200.
Let's get there. Can we do it? You can help us do it. Leave those ratings and reviews in Apple Podcast, and we'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.